PGR, has been on it 2 or 3 times now. Kid's a monster. You all know his name. And Vivid, a little more under the radar for those who just watch national level tournaments, but this kid is a monster. He dominates South Jersey when James isn't around, and sometimes when he is.
This man is running a tear in the bracket today.
Yeah.
Wins after wins after wins. He is repping your region with pride tonight.
Who do you fight last? John Numbers?
I think so. That was a 30.
It was 30.
That was quick.
Yeah. All right, guys, so we're going to kick it off. It's going to be Bayonetta versus Lucina. Mr. E, we know him for his Marth, at least over the past couple years, but he's been defecting to Team Lucina recently. And you can't blame him. I feel like she does very well against a lot of the top-tier characters, Bayonetta included. Oh, maybe not if you get hit by that, though. Vivid.
All right.
What a statement to start the set. Oh, that was a 20-second stock.
Yeah, we're working on the one stock meta in New York.
Yeah,
apparently.
right. Shouts to Brawl. That was my doing, man. Sorry. Sorry to all the one stock haters. But anyway, back to the match. We got Vivid in a dangerous spot, but yes, of course, Bayonetta is always able to poke through the edge with Witch Twist. You're not going to see her get caught with that second grab punished for free, at least.
So don't count Mr. E out of it just yet. Even though he's in a bad spot right now, he's looking to bring things back immediately with the up smash. And now that one stock's looking rather respective.
Yeah, that was a bold call out, too, of the jump from the edge. Mr. E just swinging the up smash early. And I caught him like just as he became vulnerable. You didn't see any witch time, any bat within air dodge or anything, but it doesn't matter. You could have all the edge traps in the world, but if you're killing off of one hit, it's hard to keep up with that.
No, yeah. You don't SDI those properly, you get caught SDIing the wrong way, all of a sudden your stock's dissipated. You only got 2 of those, so you can't afford to make those 2 mistakes.
Yeah, man, what a rough outcome for Mr. E. I mean, I feel like Lucina or Marth has to get so many hits compared to Bayonetta just to achieve the same effect. That's kind of her rallying cry in this game, right? You're just always going to be getting so much reward every time you open somebody up.
Lucina's able to operate so dynamically within a neutral. However, against a character like Bayonetta, where she's much more combo-oriented, it's difficult to keep up with the damage, especially if you can't contest for stage control to at least go trade for trade.
Right. A lot of people were kind of like comforted by the fact that Bayonetta's neutral was quote-unquote not so good. But I think that's certainly changed as the meta has progressed. People have really found out ways to just pin you down in the corner with her or make you feel like you're out of options, even in the neutral.
She's a character that certainly has an unorthodox neutral in regards to Smash, but her tools operate so well within the neutral, how well she's able to contest space. She forces reactions with every move she has thanks to the bullet art extensions.
Yeah, and plus, I mean, in her own reaction pocket, she's got that 4-frame up B out of shield, man. And that alone can carry a character's neutral, especially when you can shield cancel her bullets, too.
It's a combo starter, it's a combo extender, it's a combo ender.
And it's a kill move, depending on how you use it, man. But either way, it's looking like Mr. E has caught on to something. Another call out on the ledge jump, just doing the early nair.
He finally remembering that he actually knows this matchup rather well, thanks to Long Island having plenty of skilled Bayos.
Yeah, so many of them.
At least 6 and counting. It's
a
lot, but he's got to worry about Vivid right now, who
exactly
definitely still has plenty of steam behind him from that game 1.
And Jersey's best Bayo as well. Kind of a recent pickup. He used to be a Corrin player, then kind of dabbled in Lucario, and now he's got Bayonetta very strong to lead the pack, so to speak, in terms of his character roster. We'll see him start with this Bayonetta a lot throughout the rest of the tourney. But man, it's looking like Mr. E is absolutely destroying Vivid right now. I mean, let's not get sidetracked here, right? Like, this is, for all intents and purposes, a blowout of a match. We saw what he can do with just a few confirms, but he has to actually land them. Mr. E just looking airtight in the neutral and the ledge traps and the juggles.
I feel like the largest difference between this instance and Game 1 is that Vivid was able to get those perfect hit confirms in order to get those combos to extend further and catch Mr. E off guard. He wasn't able to get that in this instance, and that's why Mr. E was able to contest so easily.
I mean,
the results are clear.
They're just exchanging body bags at this point.
Yeah.
Destruction for destruction. But going into this third game, I mean, it's going to be Vivid's turn to counterpick. Of course, he won Game 1 without getting to choose the stage independently, so we'll see how it pays off for him being able to choose. Did he go Omega Suzaka Castle?
Yes, he did.
All right. Unorthodox choice, but hey, Final Destination for all intents and purposes.
And typically speaking, Final Destination does favor well to Bayonetta, assuming that the Bayonetta is able to contest up the ledge well. However, this is against Mr. E we're talking about, a player who is well renowned for his ledge pressure, ledge trapping with Marcina, and the ability to just outright rob stocks at the ledge of players and careful.
Got to be able to keep Lucina up in the air for long enough for this stage to count, right? Having no platforms to choose your different landings on. Also nothing to poke through. I mean, Marth and Lucina historically great from underneath the platform. It's not paying off for Vid just yet, but I can see the rationale behind the counter pick.
And on top of the fact that
What? No, no, that does not get to happen.
I mean, you missed the text, it happens, and the crowd is loving it right now.
I'm not loving it.
It's all right, considering the percentage on board. Mr. E definitely has the opportunity to bring this back, especially if he can maintain this juggle pressure.
Okay.
And if Vivid just decides not to air dodge all of a sudden, because now we're back in the one stock meta. It's looking pretty familiar now.
Yeah, I don't know, man. This has been a bizarre set so far, but I'm really liking it. Aside from that up tilt, man, that was just, that's a foul. Anyway, we've got now Vivid on the offensive here, attacking on nearly 50%. All right, Mr. E finally responding, and that's going to be a good chunk of his lead made up for. Just Dancing Blade does so much damage with the down ending.
Dancing Blade used to be one of those signature moves of Mr. E that really put him on the map of how he was able to tack on damage, output pressure, whether it be the shield or just to extend how he can control the stage. In this particular matchup, he's able to use it so that he can push so much further onto Bayonetta so consistently, and I feel like that consistency is really what allows Mr. E to stay even in this.
Also able to pick up that RCO punish on Bayonetta's landing after a few specials. He saw Vivid coming right at him, did another Dancing Blade for some good damage, but either way, it's looking like it's all about Mr. E right now. Vivid was on fire for the beginning of that stock, but he has barely made a clean hit since. Beautiful up B from the edge, just calling out the neutral getup, and that's going to be pretty much the hardest punish Lucina can do out of shield.
It's quick enough, and it does the job.
Yeah.
It's going to bring us into a 2-1 situation.
Wasn't quite fast or high enough percent for the forward air out of shield to kill, so he took the risk. If he whiffed that, you know, like you have
I don't know. We've seen what Vivid could do with one hit.
Yeah, you have just a few frames to hit anyone out of stand-up, right? So there's a risk inherently in that, but Mr. E just had the Twitch muscles ready, man.
No.
Just Twitch TV. But, yeah, man, so Mr. E, yeah, Mr. E is getting in there. That was a pretty dominant last stock. Even though it was looking, again, back and forth, very shaky, he was able to collect his thoughts, just close out the game.
Now, the Game 4 pickup in Smashville, I don't particularly agree with, just because this is a stage that Lucina in particular can control so well. The way that the knockback line across the blade allows her to contest in the air very consistently regardless of that lane. On top of how well Mr. E can follow the platform, Vivid's going to have a lot of trouble landing if he loses that center stage.
Yeah, God forbid you get caught on the platform against Lucina and just all that knockback on her moves. Oh, and there's one of them right there. Of course, not on the platform, but yeah, that wasn't even a Hail Mary. That was an excellent reaction to the Witch Time. I know Mr. E switched from Smash Stick to Tilt Stick a couple months ago. He was rocking default for the longest time, and he did have some trouble just doing those quick reaction forward smashes. You'd see him get a lot of forward tilts, but of course, you know, over time you're going to clean that up, especially a player on this level. Switching controls, not the end of the world for you. You can see that adaptation.
Cleaning up, it looks like Vivid's looking to clean up that stock on E real quick with only 16% built up onto him.
Can't adapt necessarily to getting roofed by Bayonetta. I mean, of course you can, smash the eye and all that, but I mean, if those hits are placed properly, you're done.
Yeah, there's only so much you can do about it. However, Vivid seems to have a very strong sense of how his combos are leading into those kills. He's not looking for damage. He's not looking for overall stage control. He's looking for death.
Smart by Mr. E up being out of the combo there. Still an extremely tight margin here. Vivid, I mean, again, he just has not been able to land those combos. Either Mr. E's SDI has been on point, or he's not on point in reading the smash DI afterward. Yeah, he didn't expect him to go low after the afterburner kick there. And again, if you don't see that combo end in a kill, Vivid is not exactly kicking himself for it, but that's a big chance lost.
Yeah, at the very least, he is getting that damage. He's able to assert stage control, but you see how quickly Mr. E can go back into it.
Is that it?
Vivid's not taking no for an answer, though, because we're going right into a Game 5.
Man, super tough. Once you get caught by that, I mean, it's not like, you know, press play on the DVD and let it finish, because of course you do have quite a bit of wiggle room, literally with SDI. But still, you know, it's once she gets started, it's very hard to stop her from there. And Mr. E not able to fall out of the Witch Twist, the second one, in that combo. So here we go. It's going to be a Game 5 starting off this top 16 already very well, very evenly matched players, I'd say.
And very quickly at that, too. This is those 4 games went by quick.
Yeah.
Now, Game 5 bringing us back to Smashville. Definitely agree with this pick. However, Vivid showed excellent control on this stage. And as I was saying earlier, where if Vivid can't land, that's where a lot of the problems arise on this. Vivid just never bothered to leave that center stage. I feel like he just had an excellent sense of how to react to Mr. E when he planned on approaching him. He's going to have to do it with a little bit less of a shield for the time being.
Yeah, I like that attempt by Mr. E. He saw that Vivid had whiffed something and was expecting to get punished, a lot of people will flexibly hold shield in that situation. That's when you want to throw those rogue shield breakers, when your opponent's scared into blocking. But unfortunately, just had too much shield energy and didn't get the break. He's still very solidly in the lead, though. Mr. E playing with confidence, I'd say.
And that confidence has led him to plenty of ledge control and a wide deficit percentage over on Vivid's side. It's looking like a dead stock, but not just yet. Vivid retreating to the opposite ledge. And afterburner kicks are going to allow him to reverse the situation.
Oh, and the up tilt just barely whiffing. It looked like the back hitbox, the upper back hitbox would have connected, but Mr. E slips by with the back air, takes the first stock of the final game here. This could be the start of something huge, and I don't like that witch time by Vivid after the fair on shield. I like what he was going for. He was anticipating the fair, but just swung a little bit too early. Mr. E was patient.
Mr. E has grown about this new form of patience where normally he is known for having a savant-like sense of reactionary time within this game, but now he's developed the sense to just wait out an opponent, wait to see what's making them tick, and then use that wholeheartedly. And it's tactics like those that are going to allow Mr. E to take it up 3-2 over.
That game felt like a snowball just rolling down a hill and accumulating more mass, more speed the whole time.
That was outright an avalanche, my guy. That went.
That was bad at the end. But, I mean, Vivid put up an amazing fight. Super close set, of course, in terms of game count. But each game was pretty wildly in the victor's favor every single